Hello and welcome to today's video. Around a week ago, or a bit more than a week ago, one of you, of my dear few followers, said that they cannot wait until I start creating the trunk lines. I will create the trunk lines, but as of yet, I am sorry. You will still have to wait. I have my reasons. The reason is that I am going on a long holiday this summer, and because I want to keep publishing videos every day, even during my holiday when I obviously can't create them, I will create these a lot in advance. And a couple of days ago, the city of Helsinki, or not the city of Helsinki, the traffic authority, the HSL, announced that they will be cutting traffic to northern Espoo. And I want to make sure that I have time to create the northern Espoo lines before my holiday. Why I just don't create them now? The answer is simple. It would cause trouble to the operation if I would create a couple of single lines responsible for huge areas of traffic. I want to sort of grow the network all the time based on the existing network. And that's why I am prioritizing creating the lines in a sort of almost numerical order. The other reason is that the trunk lines often stop at fewer stops, and creating the stops in between trunk line stops later on requires a lot more work. So I just want to keep on creating the ordinary network first and then switch on the trunk lines. But in Finland we have this saying, hyvää kannattaa odottaa. It would translate to good things are worth waiting, and so I'm sorry, you will just have to wait. And today, if we created line number 86 in the last video, today we will of course create line number 86K. And once again it starts and ends the very same way as line 86, but it does make a small twist in the middle. So let's start here at Herttoniemi and just go through the usual things. Laivalahden, Porttilinnan, Rakentainen tie, Kaivolahden katu, Tuoriniemi, and Kuukiven katu, and so on. Probably even Yliskylän keskusta. Right. But what happens then is that we stop at Koirasaaren tie over here, and then we stop at Lauri Mikonpojan tie. After that, we will turn left to Rudolfintie, and then to Kasperinkuja, and then to Svanströmsvägen. And as I was wondering if any track actually connects these two roads, that track, or well, not track, any line connects these two roads, that line will come now. So this is the evening line to Santahamina, and it will actually run through this small loop over here. If I am correct, and I usually am, this is the only thing that differs from the main line of 86, meaning that we can just drive straight through to Santahamina. So the entire line 86K comes with building 175 meters of road. Very well. Then let's create the line. And when I spoke earlier in the video about growing the network sort of by extending it little by little, this of course means that once I am done with Helsinki, I will move on to the lines starting with 100. Well, first I have to create the night lines, which I will create in the same manner as I will create these K and B lines. They will just be operating around the clock. And after I'm done with the night lines, I will then create minibus lines, and then we'll move on to the buses in Espoo. And after Espoo, we will of course move on to other areas. So the amount of videos I am going to create is simply huge. But I will not be resting because I love impossible projects. I love impossible projects. You should know how many I have of them. So I will not be resting unless somebody stops using this, updating this game, unless something serious happens to me, or unless I manage to create the entire collective traffic Finland. And believe me, I'm crazy enough to finish this off. That was a promise. So stay tuned and I will take you to places you didn't even imagine existed. But here we are. The line is ready. You can see that took a lot of effort. And it will run every 20 minutes at its busiest during night time, so we will run it every 20 minutes. We will definitely run it every 20 minutes. And 86K was the line called, and that's it. 4640 with one bus, so we're gonna need 3 buses. Sort of a waste of buses, I think, but I just did what I had to do. There. Line 86K is ready, and I will return tomorrow with a new video. Until then, bye!